If you've been watching the news or if you are already living in North Idaho, you know that our weather turns very suddenly recently from winter to spring/summer. We went from it being like 55, 60 degrees 1 week to 1 week later being like mid 80s, 90 degrees. So it seems like just like things changed. Now it's hot. And as you know, I'm new in North Idaho. I don't know what to do with my kids. So I've done some research. I have found a couple of things that I want to share with you, things to do on a hot day here in North Idaho. Doing research for this video was very timely for me. It's helping me to answer my own questions about what to do with 4 little kids when it's so dang hot outside. They immediately wanted to go to the pool at our outdoor, it was like the outdoor pool at our gym back in Vancouver, Washington, which is 6 hours away. That was the first thing they said. It was like, Mom, let's go to the pool outside. And I'm like, I don't even know if there is an outdoor pool, which I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Thank you for watching. If you are new to the channel, I am new in North Idaho. My husband and I packed our bags and moved from Washington State to Coeur this past winter, and I'm using this channel as a place to document what it's like living here in North Idaho. On this channel, I do videos on all sorts of things from community events, hikes, more information about just informational videos on Idaho in general. If you want to see more content, you can pop over to my blog at letsgonorthidaho.com. I have shorter posts on there about things that might not take a whole YouTube video to share about. Also, if you are ready to start looking at houses, you can check out my home search website, which is searchhomesnorthidaho.com. I'll put a link to both my blog and the home search website in the description down below. And also, don't forget to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications so you don't miss a video. I am posting a new video every week. I'm trying to post 2 videos a week. That is my challenge to myself, not always hitting the challenge. So I'm calling this video 5 things to do in North Idaho when it's hot. Isn't that a clever name? If you are from a warm weather climate, you might not understand how precious hot days are here. Once you get here, you're going to understand. We bear the winter rain and snow often from November through April, holding on to the hope that spring and summer are going to make it all worth it. So when it's sunny outside, no time is to be wasted. The sun must be soaked up and enjoyed. I have made a few videos already that would fit into this category nicely, so I'm not going to talk about those topics of those videos in this video. What I'm talking about is my video on Tubbs Hill, which is down by McEwen Park. It is a great hot day activity, perhaps coupled with a swim at the lake or some ice cream. Check out the link up above to see that one. And also another video I made was on Atlas Waterfront Park. It has a beach on the Spokane River for kids to splash around in. So I'm going to link that above as well. I'm not going to talk more about those 2 things in this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is Silverwood Theme Park. It's located in Athol, just north of Coeur d'Alene. From Coeur d'Alene, it's about a 20-minute drive depending on where you live. Silverwood Park has 2 areas. It's divided into 2 separate parks, the theme park on one side with all the rides, and then Boulder Beach, which is the water park. They open Boulder Beach on the last weekend of May, and Boulder Beach will be open until Labor Day. Silverwood Park, the ride side, opens a few weeks before Boulder Beach, and it closes a few weeks after. Tickets are $25 to $50 each, depending on like when you go and how old you are and other things. But if you buy multiple passes, that saves you money. Price-wise, this may seem overkill for a daily option, but if you plan ahead by buying season passes early when they're on sale, it's not so bad. Just sign up for their newsletter on their website so you get emailed when they start selling season passes. I think around Christmas time is when I bought my season passes. It was like $180 a kid or a person, which we did Disney World in the fall, and like that's one day at Disney World. So it was pretty easy for me to justify for myself that I can pay for season passes for everybody to go to Silverwood this summer. Without that discount, I believe it's around $220 per person for a season pass. The next one, number 2, is Honeysuckle Beach. This is a great beach on Hayden Lake, which is just north of Lake Coeur d'Alene. There's a sandy beach for laying in the sun, or for kids to play in the sand. There's a dock for kids to jump into the water off of. There's a swim area. And of course, you can kayak, stand-up paddleboard, or do other boating activities on the lake. It's great for little kids. Probably not like the most relaxing place to go if you just are trying to chill and have some quiet time in the sun with the water with adults, because there's going to be quite a few kids there. The next one is Rocky Point Marina at Hayburn State Park in Plummer, Idaho. Hayburn State Park has 3 lakes to choose from, but the Rocky Point Marina is on Chatcolet Lake. Did I say that right? Let me know if you are from here. Plummer is at the south end of Lake Coeur d'Alene. It's about 40-minute drive from downtown. Created in 1908, Hayburn State Park is the oldest park in the Pacific Northwest. Who knew? They have campgrounds, hiking trails, horse trails, and water access, including a beach. Bring your stand-up paddleboard or kayak or rent from the little shop on site. As a side note, I was looking around on the website for Hayburn State Park, and you can, there's like 3 different campgrounds to choose from if you want to go camping. And I think that it was like $30, $40 a night, something like that. And they also have places to back in your RV if you have a trailer. I do not have a trailer, and my kids have been begging to go camping for a really long time. So I feel like this is a summer that I need to make it happen. Just old-fashioned tent, sleeping on the ground, that sort of thing. And since it's only 40 minutes away, I think like, okay, well, if it goes horribly wrong and no one is happy and no one is sleeping, then we can just pack up and go home. So I'll let you know how that goes. Next up, there is a free splash pad at McEwen Park in downtown Coeur d'Alene. It's right next to the giant playground. There is a very colorful splash pad. You're not going to miss it. It runs from Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day weekend. Okay, the next thing that I want to bring up, it's not water related specifically, and it's a little bit out of town. But sometimes when it's really hot outside, you just need to get out of the heat. You need to get up into the mountains. So this one is the Pulaski Tunnel Trail in Wallace, Idaho. This trail traces part of the route that Edward Pulaski's crew followed during their escape from the 1910 fires. There's a lot of information on this. I'm not going to dive real deep into the history behind this trail and the fires and how this guy saved his crew. So if you want to Google that, go ahead. I did put it on my calendar to go do this hike with my kiddos this summer, so I'll do another video on it later. But in case you're just like, I need to know about this right now, just do a little Google. It's Pulaski Tunnel Trail, Pulaski. The trail's 2-mile course brings hikers to an overlook across the creek from the Nicholson Mine entrance, which is better known as the Pulaski Tunnel. This is a 4-mile hike. It's like an out and back hike in the Idaho Panhandle National Forest. It has a 741-foot elevation gain. You can bring your dog on this trail as long as they're on leash. People love to hike this trail and also enjoy watching for birds and enjoying the beautiful flowers along the path. Not 100% sure if my kids are going to make the whole 4 miles, but it might be fun to explore. So there you have it. 5 things to do on hot days in Coeur d'Alene. Many of them involve getting out into nature or the water, which is always a good idea. Comment below if I missed anything that you're like, how did she miss that? It's so obvious. I'd love to hear from you any ideas that you have about what to do around here when it's hot. I'm also really curious about the lack of an outdoor pool. Is that just that like no one wants to compete with Silverwood? It seems like a pretty big gap. Like like in Seattle, you have outdoor saltwater pools. Back in Vancouver, there were maybe a couple of outdoor pools, but they were associated with gyms. So I'm just wondering, like, where is that? I have a friend who is a member at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, and I briefly looked at their website. What does it take to become a member there? And it looked very expensive. So not something that I would do, or else I would like do that and not do Silverwood. Anyways, if anyone knows about that, please comment below. I'd love to hear more. If you want to chat about what it's like to live here in North Idaho, give me a call, as I'd love to hear from you. And remember, I'm putting new videos up every week, sometimes twice a week. So I will see you then. Have a great rest of your day.